Yes, my name is Klingberg-Allvin and I am a midwife since 15 years, and I have also been engaged in sexual reproductive health and rights research in low resource settings.
You're a keynote speaker at this conference, and your focus is Midwives for All, a Human Right. Can you explain the linkage between midwives and human rights?
I think the need during pregnancy, birth giving, when you have an unintended pregnancy, the need to be able to choose yourself when you want to be pregnant and form a family is universal. And equal access to evidence-based care for all women, I think, is a human right. The health of the woman, the health of the child is strongly connected with a positive development in a society. And I think it is crucial to focus on the rights perspective in relation to this, because that is the only way you can fight poverty and ensure that children also are able to go to school and so on.
What challenges are we facing in efforts to ensure that every woman has access to a midwife?
I think we have challenges on different levels. If we start on the top, you have the political will. And during my work in several African and Asian countries, I always encounter this. The fact that you know exactly what to do. We know what interventions are needed to reduce both maternal and neonatal and child mortality. But the will to actually allocate resources in connection to this, to ensure that women have access to adequate and evidence-based care, is challenging. But I think we are slowly moving in this direction. And other levels also, I think, is the healthcare system level. Also, you need to work with quality. You need to have not only staffed healthcare centers, you also need to have them for them to have the skill and competence to give high quality of care. You need also to work in the community, so community-based outreach activities to actually raise women's awareness around this, awareness around risks during pregnancy and your right to actually have support when you deliver a child. Also what you can access if you have an unintended pregnancy and when you need and feel that you want to postpone childbearing using contraception.
What motivated you to become a midwife?
It actually started when I was 9 years old. My youngest sister was born when I was 9 years, and at that time, where I live in Dalarna in Sweden, they allowed the family to take part in the delivery. So I was actually part of the delivery of my younger sister. And I told my parents afterwards, this is something I want to do over and over again. And then I think from the beginning I have always had a strong engagement for people who are vulnerable. And I decided to become a nurse because I wanted to work internationally. And then I also realized that if you are also a midwife, you have a good foundation to work with improvement of health. And then on top of that, being a researcher, you can also contribute with new knowledge and take part in the implementation of new knowledge.